Thank you all very, very much for coming. We're in the good news business today, and I think we have a lot of sectors of the community, from the chamber to legislators to mentors and to all the volunteers who are here and the school department. I thank you very much. There are things we can change in people's lives, and certainly the Take Stock Children in Children program does that. There are some things we can't change, and I would like to take a moment for us to send our thoughts and prayers to the 50 million people who are in harm's way because of the forces of nature that they can't do anything about. And I want to give them safe return to normalcy and give our workers from Florida who are already on site in the Middle Atlantic and headed out this morning from Manatee County. Some of them are even as far north as Massachusetts, and I want to give those workers strength to help the people who will be in need this week. I think it's going to be a pretty horrendous storm. So let's just think about that. Thank you. I'm Karen Carpenter. I'm currently chair of the Take Stock in Children Leadership Council, and this is a position I have held since Walter Miller, my predecessor on the board, bequeathed it to me. Thank you very much, Walter. Let's have a shout out for Walter. It's been one of the great and positive things that is happening here in the district. I'd like to introduce my colleagues on the board who are here. Barbara Harvey, who helps people and children a great deal. And Julia Ranabar, who has been a mentor for many years. And I'd also like to thank all the people in the school district for the support given for 17 years. Some 30% of our mentors are employees in the school district, and that means they work their jobs and they also volunteer. I'd like to recognize Doug Wagner, wherever he is. He's the director of adult education, career, and technical training, and is responsible for the successes of the Take Stock in Children program, helping us take it where it is now, strong and able to begin our next phase of existence. We also are without help from the Manatee Education Foundation, and we have their able executive director, Mary Glass, here, and Trish McKay Powers. Do I have that right? Thank you very much for all of your support, and I'm sure we'll continue to partnership on things that will be of benefit not only to the teachers but the students. The compelling reason we are here is the applications and the students. We have over 200 applications that are sitting in Diana Dill's office, and Diana has been a very able executive director for 7 years of the Take Stock program, and we know that we can only take 1 out of every 10 of those applications. Clearly, we need to do more to help all those students, and that's why we are taking Take Stock independent. We debated this for about 3 years. In last May, the Leadership Council voted unanimously to go independent. So last Wednesday, thanks to the law firm of Cliff Walters, thank you very much, our articles of incorporation were filed, which is an important official first step. We really, really appreciate that. We have many, many more steps to take on this journey, and I'm so happy that you're all here. We'll be able to take those together to benefit the students. I am no longer going to be chair of the Leadership Council. I want to devote my time to fund development and fundraising for the benefit of those students. That's what I'll be doing when I'm not officially working on the school board. Alex Chavez, where is Alex? He is the new chair. His arm is not in a sling, but I did have to have a little conversation with him about doing this. I'm very pleased to introduce our interim superintendent, Dr. David Gaylor. He's an educational leader who gets it and who can share his own experience with Take Stock and how this program has transformed.
Thank you, Ms. Carpenter. It's a great day in Manatee County when you can look out and see so many people from the community. I know a number of you are mentors. I know a number of you are very important people in the community, but I know whatever your position is, you care about kids. It's very obvious. And to my way of thinking, there's really no better type of program than Take Stock in Children. I've had experience with the program for at least 15 years and have done some mentoring myself. I think most of you, if you haven't done mentoring yet, but if you've done mentoring, you really see the benefit to kids, and you know what? It changes you too. It always changes you when you get the opportunity to work with a child firsthand every day. If you're in education, you do that every day. If you're not in education, you can't do anything more important than take the hand of a child who really needs you and work with that child, be a friend to that child, be a mentor to that child. It's so absolutely compelling, and it's so rewarding for them and for you. New direction for Take Stock here in Manatee County, and I applaud you for that. I think you're going to have some really good things coming your way. I think kids are going to benefit even more. Anytime you get the opportunity to enhance your program, and anytime you can benefit kids by doing that, it's a good move. So I applaud you for that. I will, in the short time I'm here, do whatever I can to support you. I may even be able to mentor or at least see a few kids once in a while, and I'd like to talk to Ms. Carpenter about that if that's possible. The rewards have been great to me. I just want to give back a little bit to this county, so in the event I can do that, Ms. Carpenter, I will. If I can't for some reason, I'll support you in every way that I can. So let's move Take Stock in Children ahead, and let's get those kids mentored, and let's make sure that they have the best we can possibly offer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd also like to mention that in addition to private sector support that we'll be seeking, this program doesn't work without the legislative assistance. Representative Boyd is here. When Bill Galvano was a former representative, he was very supportive. I hope I'm not missing any other elected official. Oh, John Chappie, maybe the county can give us some money too? Thank you. Boehners. I really don't need to introduce Bill Galvano to you. The newspaper endorsement of his senatorial campaign talked about his sterling record of accomplishment here in this community. We're hoping that with that sterling record, he will help us get more gold as well that we need. And I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Galvano.
Already. Thank you, Chair Carpenter. I'm a little nervous this morning because my 4th grade teacher is watching me. Barbara Harvey. You did a good job, see? Maybe. It's in some respects. No, it's fantastic to see so many community leaders out here to support Take Stock in Children. I know we all share a common understanding that everything good and bad in society relates back to education. If we want to improve the economy and create opportunity, support education. If you want to reduce crime and poverty, support education. If you want to see innovation and new ideas, support education. If you want a sense of community coming together, support education. If you want to improve the quality of life of everybody here, everybody in this state, and everybody in this nation, support education. Right? And I can tell you, a program like Take Stock in Children gets right at the heart of it. We have a lot of good policies and a lot of good programs that fly at the 40,000-foot level, but Take Stock is laser focused, one child at a time. And that's why it is so effective. That's why OPAGA says it works. That's why report after report after report shows Take Stock children outperforming other children in similar circumstances. And that's why I'm here to support the program. But it goes beyond that. It represents something that we need more of in our society, and that's true partnership. When a child enters into that contract, they're putting skin in the game. It's not just us throwing dollars at an issue, it's a partnership where we work together for a specific outcome. And I love that. I love seeing you sitting here. So thank you for supporting Take Stock. This independence will give us the opportunity really not to improve the program, but to make it more accessible. I mean, that's what it really is about. We should not have applications gathering dust. We shouldn't. Those are not pieces of paper. Those are lives that can change if we're able to get them going. So I'm going to put my skin in the game. I am going to be a mentor. And those of you who are not mentors out here, please join me. We can Skype now, right? From Tallahassee. Representative Boyd, you could come to my office and we can. So with that, let's all work together. Let's raise dollars. Let's make sure that these applications are getting addressed. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I introduce the new chair of the organization, she is our Uber mentor, I'd like a show of hands from everybody who has been a mentor, who is a mentor. And if you're not, we have applications that we'll give to you before you leave. I'd like to introduce Elaine Graham. Don't want to describe you as a retired educator. She is too much an activist. She's been very active in AAUW and a myriad of other things, and she'll tell you how we're going to do it and why she's involved in this program.
Man, this is really exciting, and to see the different parts of our community sitting in this room this morning makes it even more exciting than I envisioned it last night as I was thinking about this. We are launching an important next step for Take Stock in Children, and we have a 96% graduation rate of the students who are supported by Take Stock in Children Manatee. We have a track record for keeping the promise to provide scholarships for children who, as Mr. Galvano said, put skin in the game every day. The students selected receive a scholarship. They fulfill their dreams. They fulfill their parents' and family dreams because they are often the first to graduate from high school and certainly the first in their family to graduate from college. They put the dreams of our community front and center. We benefit. If these students are successful, we benefit. And those of you who represent the business community, it's a win-win for everyone. Take Stock turns down 90% of qualified student applications because we don't have money. It's as simple and as complicated as that. We turn down 90% of qualified applications. We can do better. Mentors are the heart of the program, and that's how I came into this. 7 years ago, I retired from this school system, and the first thing I signed up to do with some of my time was Take Stock in Children. I met my first mentee as an 8th grader at King. It was new for both of us, a little scary for both of us, but with time and understanding that my commitment and the students' quest for a college education would make it all worthwhile. We built a solid relationship. Our relationship grew. I attended her high school graduation with her family, and she is now a sophomore at Central Florida, and we're still in touch. We're asking for support from a most generous community. Many people in this room have been in this community a long time. You've seen things come and go. This is going to stay with your help. We come to you because we've demonstrated success. We have data. You know, we're a data-driven environment. We have data and success stories to tell. And Take Stock will continue to bring value to the community, but we have to do more. The student mentors come from recruiting people like everyone in this room, people who believe in the lives of young people in Manatee County. We're always looking for mentors, and if you didn't raise your hand a few minutes ago, we may put a barrier at the door and not let you out before you do. We need mentors because you're a listener, a motivator. You're that prodder, that congratulator that works with that student in a very different way. If you have some extra time or can find some extra time in your schedule, be a mentor. You won't be sorry. Supporting Take Stock, keeping the promise to our students, maximizes the dollars you donate and the time that we all give. We're asking you to give more. Yes, we are. So we can do more. We need Manatee County to keep the promise and support monetarily and by mentoring to make more students a part of our 96% graduation rate. Wouldn't it be fantastic for our community if we didn't have to turn one single qualified student applicant and their family away? We can do better if we all give more. So dig deep, and join us.
Thank you, Elaine. I'd also like to recognize Elaine's mother, who comes along. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry I didn't recognize the Gary Tibbetts from Congressman Vern Buchanan's office. Thank you very much for being here. How we do this is done in a combination of ways, and the heart and soul of this organization is a woman who's been with us for 7 years, and she is doing amazing things. Her picture and that of Jane Young, and one of our students, is on the lovely four-colored brochures that we have in your packets. They were chosen by the state, so we are not paying for all this fancy design work, but we're very proud of you and very happy that we've reached such high standards of program excellence, and I'm going to turn this over to Diana, the heart and soul of Take Stock and Children.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. This is an amazing day for Take Stock and Children. I've had the joy and honor of working with the children, the volunteers, families, and donors of Take Stock and Children in Manatee County now for nearly 7 years. This is a very powerful and proven college scholarship and mentoring program. Through education and encouragement, our students are graduating, attending college, and entering the workforce. Yes, we celebrate a 96% success rate. That's 20% higher than the current graduation rate. With such a great success rate and the promise of attending college on a scholarship, you can understand why so many students and families reach out and ask to be included in this program. Most of our students are the first person to attend college, and 30% of our students are still the first person in their family to graduate high school. Each year, hundreds of students complete and submit applications to Take Stock in Children, asking for help, asking for a mentor, asking for hope. Many of these children in our own backyard have endured more pain and traumatic experiences in their young lives than we would like to believe. Over 30% of our students are being raised by extended families, by grandparents, foster care, relatives, or guardians. They have parents that are deceased, have abandoned them, suffer addiction, or are in jail. Several of our students have been homeless, Over half of our families we serve are single parents struggling to survive. We also have some students that have both parents, and sometimes they have large families, so they too are struggling to make ends meet. In fact, 58% of our entire school district is in financial need and would be in the poverty range. And yet, the human spirit with the power of hope keeps these children attending school and dreaming of a different life for themselves and for their families. They believe, when they fill out the application for Take Stock in Children, that they can learn in our school district, they can dream of attending college, and they can achieve their goals. Each and every application beckons the same question: do you believe in me? Take Stock in Children is all about scholarships, mentors, and hope. The hope is in the children. All it takes is one child in a family or a neighborhood to take a different path and succeed, and they give hope to all the others. Because if Johnny can do it, then they can do it. And if Susie can do it, then they can too. And so a new legacy is created, one of education, one of success, one of independence. The world is waiting for our children to become successful. The world is waiting for a cure for cancer and other diseases. The world is waiting for the development of alternative energy. The world is waiting for us to break the cycle of poverty. It is so rewarding to see our students succeed. And as a community, we can all celebrate their success because of our role in their success. Our teachers and school district provide the learning environment. Our mentors, our dedicated mentors, provide the encouragement. And the generous donors provide the scholarships. It is what we want to believe for public education in America and in Manatee County. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you a successful young man who is a wonderful role model for Take Stock in Children. Please welcome Ricardo Centeno.
Good evening, folks. Take Stock in Children is defined as a statewide nonprofit organization with a solid history of providing scholarships, mentors, and hope. But to fully understand the organization as a whole, you'll have to take the time to look at how they've changed the lives of hundreds of Florida students. And I'm here today to give you an insight in how they've changed my life, and most importantly, given me hope. My story starts years ago, back in 1992, where my father, my mother, and my two older brothers decided to immigrate to America in hopes to give my siblings an opportunity to succeed in this new country. Soon after their immigration to this country, myself and my two younger sisters were born on American soil. At this time, we had a full family, and my parents were full of ambition. Sadly, certain things did not go as planned due to certain unexpected events, such as the incarceration of both my brothers and their eventual deportation back to Mexico. My brothers had lost sight of why they were in this country of opportunity, and in 2007, my brother Jesus committed suicide in Mexico. My mother's heart was broken, but she encouraged me to continue onward. Her words of encouragement meant so much to me, even though I knew she was struggling with severe depression. At this point in my life, my hope was fleeting. But in the next passing years, my friend Matthew Davis introduced me to the Take Stock in Children program, where upon further examination, it almost seemed too good to be true. The opportunity to go to school and receive guidance that I desperately needed was something that I could not pass up. So I applied, and upon acceptance in the program, all I could think of was how the scholarship would finally ensure to my mother and that she succeeded in raising a child who could graduate high school, a goal that my brothers did not achieve. I was finally on track to fulfill my dreams, and with the guidance from my mentor, Mike Young, I felt confident and proud of what I was doing. Mike soon became a role model, and as well as a supportive role to help me get through some of the hardships that occurred during my high school years, hardships that most of my fellow classmates were not aware of. Sadly, on January 1st, 2012, my mother committed suicide. Her depression finally caught up with her due to my brother's death. This horrible event in my life took a lot out of me, but the response from my mentor and the Take Stock in Children program did not make this go away, but it did help speed up the healing process. I felt defeated, but it was the members of Take Stock in Children that reminded me of what still lied ahead of me. The scholarship itself was a gift, something that I could not waste. I pulled myself up and set my sights forward, and because of them, I am now currently attending State College of Florida, and I am planning to transfer to University of Central Florida in the coming year, and major in international business and financing. Thank you. These goals would not be possible without this scholarship. My ambition would not be existent without the support from my mentor. And the hope that my family has would not be there if Take Stock in Children did not exist. As you can see, the key word in my story is hope. And to me, it's the reason why my parents came to America. It's also what drives me to move forward and to have faith that my sisters will have the same opportunity that I've been given. I cannot express how happy I am that a program like this exists, because an organization that strives to instill hope in people who have little to none to begin with is truly performing God's work here on earth. Thank you.
We were just sharing a little side conversation. Some of us know Matthew Davis, who's now our third student from Southeast at MIT, who introduced Ricardo to Take Stock. I'd also like to recognize the spouse of our student advocate, Jane Young, who is and was Ricardo's mentor. So thank you very much. So this is the reason we're doing this, and it's providing hope and promises for the future that benefit not only individual students, but all of us here in the community. I know we'll be calling on all of you to do more and do, as they say, more better with us. And I'd like to invite you to join us upstairs for some coffee and refreshments in room 203. That we can continue to talk and share the good news, but this is the end of our formal program. Thank you for coming.
You can sum it up as one word, it's hope. You know, hope in Take Stock. Hope it just has still so much hope in me to kind of continue moving forward in my life. It truly, I can't stress how much I thank this organization for doing what it's done for me. It's not only giving me hope, but it's also giving my sister Juanita hope as well, who also has received the Take Stock in Children Scholarship too. And it's given my father's so proud of me that because he came to this country for me to succeed and for my brother to succeed. So the fact that he's seeing me move forward, graduating high school and going to college, he's so happy right now. So I've stated so many times before on multiple occasions that I love this program and I'm so happy that it exists. So seeing that it's grown so much over the years and that there's so many people who want to be active and help in it, I mean, it nearly brings me to tears almost. I know me personally, I would love to come back to this program and eventually become a mentor and help support this program as much as I possibly can. To contribute whatever they can. I mean, I've seen a lot of people down on their luck with hardly anything to give, and I've seen them take money out of their pockets and give it to those who are in need. I've seen people who hardly have any food for themselves share what they have with other people. So to me, that's proven to me that no matter what, you can always help out or do something or give just a little bit more.
And what's next for you?
Well, hopefully I'd like to be an international business major. I like to move to UCF in the next year and study international business there with a minor in financing. So, I mean, it's a big school, but I like big schools, more opportunity.
Well, I think it's a wonderful new beginning for Take Stock in Children. I've been with Take Stock in Children for the past 7 years now, and I've seen how it has touched and changed many lives. Today we got to see Ricardo. a young man who my husband's been mentoring for the past 4 or 5 years, and today he's doing exceptionally well, attending State College of Florida, with hopes of transferring then to UCF or USF to continue on to receive a finance and international business degree. So today is a very important day to continue helping all the Ricardos that are out there. I would love to encourage anyone in the community to become a mentor. It is probably one of the most fulfilling jobs next to raising your own children. But meeting with a young person for 30 minutes a week can change their lives forever. Stop that cycle of poverty. It's life-changing and so rewarding. It's something you'll never regret, and you will probably gain more out of it than the child actually will. It's a win-win for both.
Well, it means that we have a broad sector of support from mentors, from business people, from the schools where we send our children, from the school district. This was, it represented a true public-private partnership. Some of the money that comes in to Take Stock comes from the state, some of the support comes from the school district, and then some of it comes from volunteer time, and some of it comes from donations. So it's a real combination of public-private partnership. I'm very happy with people looking for good news and looking to focus on students and student success. We can do this one student at a time, and it really will build the well-being of the whole community. As Ricardo Centeno said, you know, he's the success story in his family. He'll be the success story in his community. So this is what we need to do. Investing in children, whether you're a volunteer or you have financial resources, will pay off in the long term and the short term. There's no better investment that you can make of your time and your dollars.